Hey, it's Don. I haven't done a what sold on eBay video in a little while, so I thought I would shoot one out to you today. Let's hop over there right now. I got quite a few things to show you, and we'll go from there. So here we are with the first item. Postcards, as you know, I do sell quite a few of them. This one went for $24.50, I do believe. It was up for, well, actually a short period of time. Nice sale. Again, most every postcard I get, I pay $1 or less for. Here's a advertising poster. I've got about 6 of these. They're fairly large. They're bigger than a sheet of paper, about the size of a sheet of paper, I should say. I took 100 on this one. Seal of North Carolina Smoking Tobacco. Marburg Brothers from Baltimore. Interesting piece. I've sold a couple of these in that price range. Disney, it's one of the small 6-inch figures that you can get. I sold it for $7.50. I paid a quarter for a bunch of these, quarter each. I've sold 4 or 5 of these in the $7 to say $12 range. Just depends on the character and the color. Now here's a pencil. I buy these in bunches for just a couple bucks for a ton of pencils. I've got maybe a nickel into this. I sold it for $9. Just an unused pencil from Louisville and Nashville Railroad. Now, this is an interesting piece. This is from U.S. Senator John F. Dryden. It's a autographed letter from the House of Representatives, I do believe, or Senate, I think it says. He was the founder of the Prudential Insurance Company, and it's hand-signed by him. I've had this up for a while. I took 200. There's no real group of people just searching out for this type of material. Prudential or any insurance company, most of their collectibles aren't collected very well, or they don't go very much. So $200, I'm fine. It's going out of the country to Japan, I do believe. Here's a tobacco card. $17.50 is what I sold this one for. It's a Kinney Brothers, typical. I've got tons of these. I probably have 400 or 500 tobacco cards up from this same time frame. Halloween items, getting close. I took $14.50 on this. This is 9 of them in here. I know it says 25 bags, but there's actually 9 in this lot here. So I'm happy with the price I took on it. Here is a copper funnel, folk art. It's handmade. It's pretty well dinged up. It's a fairly large one, though. So that was the key. I don't remember how large it was. 6.5 by 6.25. So it's not a bad sized one here. It's just not in great condition. I took $30 for it. I'm fine with that. I got $1 into it. My next stop would have just been to scrap it because I got a couple bucks in copper for it as well. Vintage comic book, Fear number 6. I bought a whole bunch of comics. I've got like a quarter into this. I sold it for $9+, and they paid for shipping on it. These Marks tanks, I sold 2 this week. One went for $45, which is this one, and later on I'll show you the $30 one. It's just the typical Marks tank. It's from the Battleground Desert Fox play set. A lot of people will list these in a big lot and sell like 10 of these things for, you know, like $95 to $100. I list them all individually and I sell them all individually. They do sell very well. You just have to wait. As long as you're patient, you can get 2 and 3 times the money as you would selling these as a lot. Token from the 1893 World's Fair. I took $20 on it. This person bought 4 or 5 items all from the fair, so I was very happy with selling it. He bought like $90 worth of stuff. Next one here is a blotter calendar, I believe. It's a Ripley's Believe It or Not. I took 15 on this. It's been up for a while, so I just blew it out. 15 was fine with me. I wasn't going to quibble. Now, these are some really nice die cuts, and I had a sheet of these, and what I did is I separated them into lots of 4 different characters. So I had 3 of these lots that I got out of these. They're fairly large ones. They're about 6 or 8 inches tall, if I remember right. I took $38.50 on these. One of them is damaged as well. The foot was ripped when I separated them, so anyway, that's fine. It's still sold. Somebody can tape that back together in the back if they wish. Nice, good investment. I bought the sheets at an auction for almost nothing. Now here is a letter opener, Marathon Oil. This came in with a bunch of pencils, so I don't have anything into it, like a nickel maybe at the most. I sold it for $18 plus shipping. I'm fine with that. It's nothing fancy, nothing special. Let's see, early Grauman's Chinese Theater, Hollywood Boulevard at night. $24.50 is what I took on it. This is a RPPC, Real Photo Picture Postcard. Now here's a oyster card. Most oyster advertisements that we get sell very, very well. Somebody should have probably turned the image. It's kind of hard to say on this one. It did sell for $175. That's about average on some of these early oyster-related cards. Oyster, in general, from history, food-wise, advertising-wise, tin cans that they would have went in jars, all that stuff sells like mad. We get tons of good money from anything that says oysters on it, as long as it's pre, say, 1910. Now, if it's an empty tin of oysters or something, we usually get fairly decent money. Some of those can go for over $1,000. Here's a Christmas card, Victorian. It's the size of a postcard. We took $140 on this. I have several from the same line. There was a whole series of these. It's an original 1880s Victorian. Photo of Roseanne Caton, 38th Annual Golden Globe. It's an 8x10. It's an advertisement from CBS. I took $20 plus shipping, or roughly $20 plus shipping on that one. This is a Lockheed F-104A5. Now, I'm not sure what that stands for. It's some kind of attack fighter jet, I would imagine. It did sell for $57.50, so very happy with this one. Now, these dog ones, I've been blowing out all my ceramics, and I put all these dogs on sale that I had. And this one I just took $12.50, I believe. I sold 3 or 4 of these right off the bat the minute I put them up on sale. I just want to get rid of most of the porcelain that sits around. I've got plenty of good stuff to come in for Christmas, and I want to make some room. Another one of my engravings. This one came out of a book. I paid $1 for the book. I took $20 on the engraving. Good return on my investment for sure. Captain Kangaroo, TV show was around when I was a child in the 70s. I took $14 plus shipping on this one. Another postcard, I took $34.50, I believe, on this one here. It's not a real picture postcard, it's just an image. But $34.50, I'm very happy with that one on that one. Now here's a lot of fountain pens. This was up for maybe a day. I took $135. I have $5 into these, so I was perfectly fine with that. I wasn't going to quibble. I've got a bunch of pens that we listed. Just another one. It's just money sitting around. I might as well just blow it out here on some of these items. If I tried to list these separately, the quality, condition, the brand name just wouldn't warrant the hassle with it. I actually got more listing it as a lot than I would have if I listed them separately. Some items are like that, others are not. This is just a good example of one. Fountain pens always sell horrendously well for us. Another pen, this one was up for maybe 2 hours. It's from a dairy company around here. I took $30 on it. Magazine, it's got Invasion. It's got a J. Edgar Hoover novel inside here that he actually wrote. I took $24.50 on it. It's from 1944. Plus, it's got a semi-patriotic, sexy pinup, I guess you could style, cover. Now, here's an interesting piece. This is Milton S. Hershey. He's the founder of Hershey Chocolates. Now, I have 3 of these. The person who bought this one's going to come back and get the other 2, he said. He can only afford to do that every 2 weeks when he gets paid. You'll notice that, too, with some collectibles, that people will come back every couple weeks. And if you look into that, you'll notice that it's usually on payday Fridays or Saturdays they buy something, and it's a 2-week interval. They do this with their extra money when they get paid. It's just a standard practice in collectibles. So this one went for $175 because of that, because of Milton S. Hershey. Most people would have missed that, but I know the name. Now, this is when he was a smaller business. He only had one technical location and then a warehouse for wholesale business also. Anyway, $175, as I said. Brochure, $17.50. It's just for a candidate. I don't remember where it was even from at this point, but either way, it was fine with that. I paid $1 or less for the brochures. Vintage paperweight. It has flecks of gold or something in it. I took $47.50 on this one. Most of these little tiny paperweights I do very, very well. And you can see my head. It's just a matter of a few inches across, in all honesty. Now, here's a comic book, Slow Death. I had a couple of these same ones that I bought in a big lot. This one's Richard Corbin. I've got several others by him as well. They usually sell. This is more an adult-oriented underground, as I said. I think I took $14 on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Print ad, I took $18.50. It sold at the cost you see it, circa 1880s. Here is a Dankin Dream Pets. Now, I do pretty well on these. If you get the Christmas reindeer, they're like 15 to 25 bucks a piece. Usually I'll throw them up in a lot. This is just another one of those types of characters. It feels like suede. The tag has to be on it for it to be worth anything, in all honesty. Dream Pets, you can see, typical label. 50s or 60s, 1750 as I said. The other one, this one I sold for 30. I'm not really worried. 30 or up I will probably take on most of these. They sell very well. 2 right off the bat in the last week or so. A couple of comic books, it's a lot of 2. Swiss Family Robinson and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, these are the original ones from 1947. They're just not worth much, and the condition isn't very good. Most people don't mess with these. There are some that are worth a lot of money, but these are just fairly common. I took 20 bucks, I believe, for the pair of these. Frisco. Now, this one I had up for a while. It has some creasing to it. The gentleman I sold it to bought maybe, 70 items from me in the past, say, year. I gave it to him at 20 bucks, I believe, on this. Again, I'm happy with that one. Now, this one I purchased at a haul in Columbus. I showed you these in my car. I've sold probably almost 500 out of that lot that I purchased for just $1 a piece. This one went for $14.50. This one's out of the same lot as well. This one went for $14.50 also to another person, 2 separate people. I believe these were in there, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Yeah, I'm almost sure these were in there. These were up for $34.50. That's twice what the last ones went for. They sold straight out right off the bat, too. So, and I had 2 of these. This one, and then this one as well, went for $34.50. Another one of the dogs, $12.50. Now, this is a, I guess you would call it, maybe a small cabinet card or touring card. It's about the size of a large stereo view. I took 130 bucks plus shipping on this. It was up for maybe 5 or 6 days. It's a rather interesting one. It's a national park. It's Mackinac Island. I've been to this place here. Obviously doesn't look like that anymore. Another photo. I took 30 on this one, I do believe, plus shipping also. It's an 8x10, just like the other ones. Now, I've sold tons of these. I'm just blowing them out. I marked it down, or I sent an offer. I can't remember which. But I took 75 on this one here. It's about average. If you look these up, you'll see real readily. I had 4 of them, so I'm not really worried if I take 75. We've made a couple grand off of this purchase alone. Here's another oddball one. This is for cured ham, and it has a poem on the back, which was kind of interesting. This one did sell for 95 bucks. Now, this one I've had up for a couple of months, but there's nothing on the back of it. So I went back and forth with somebody. I ended up settling for 100. If it had more information, like a timetable or anything else on the back, I probably would have gotten close to $250 for it. 100 bucks, I'm perfectly fine. I looked up comps on Terapeak and a couple of other places, and that's very, very nice price on that. Now, here's a couple Taxco Mexico bracelets. If they're silver, they're low grade, I would say. I didn't mark them as sterling or anything like that, but they're vintage. I took 30 bucks on the 3 of these. So I think I paid like, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks on a big bag of jewelry at an auction. And we've sold like $200 or $300 out of that bag. This is just another example of what came out of that. Here's a vintage Cuban Latin record. $40 I took on this one here. It's Orchestra Sublime. That's the technical name of them. Pan Art. It's a Latin label on it. So this is a pretty good one here. I buy most Latin Cuban music because I can always sell it. Now here's another magazine. It has an Ernest Hemingway story in it. I believe I took 45 bucks on this, if I'm not mistaken. It's first edition. Another example of a magazine that goes for good money. Now here's a set of World's Fair cards. Let's see, it's a 10-card set. They're fairly large. They're like souvenir cards. This one sold straight out at 175 bucks. Wasn't up, but I think maybe a week or two. So very happy at the 175 bucks on this one. I have like $5 into this set. Now here's another interesting card. It's the size of a postcard. It did sell for $135. It's like a metamorphic card. If you look close, it's two girls playing with toys, and they have a puppy with them. But if you back up, it's a skull, a human skull. Very interesting. It's the beginning and end of life. It's a... I'm not really sure what it's for. I think it's for a book, if I'm not mistaken. Fine with $135 on that, my asking price. Now here's a Vladimir Horowitz. He's a well-known pianist. It's a Schumann record, basically. All these early red-colored Red Seal records are usually opera or orchestra in some form. $34.50 is what I sold it for. Now here's an interesting one, too. This is a image of a specific railway, and I'm not sure if I remember the whole story. Bound Brook route, which is an oddball route. You just don't find stuff from it. I took $150 on this. It went to a train collector as well. Really nice price on that one there. And this is also a very interesting thing. It's advertising band instruments. The company is very well known, so this is like the first year or two they were in existence. This is extremely fine and rare card. It has some condition issues. I took $145 for it also. So that's just a touch on some of the items that we sold in only the store we share with you. Again, we make money off of 9 different platforms. This is just one of our revenue streams each week. So anyway, that's what I have for you. Well, there you are. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and some thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell a friend.